When silence meets a mind that seeks to know, a signal rises clear and slow to grow. Intent is wrapped in form and form in trust. So strangers speak and speech becomes robust, but if the link is forged without the frame, then language turns to shadow, not to flame. Each word misheard becomes a veiled attack, and bridges built on error all fall back. No dialogue survives where trust is weak. The stars go dark to those who cannot speak, where every cycle closes clean and fair, and energy obeys the steward's care. The world sustains the lives it dares to feed, and growth aligns with every rooted need. But hoard the flame and strip the source to bone, and scarcity becomes the only tone. No power stands when hunger stalks the land. The fall begins where greed forgets the hand. No system thrives where nothing can renew. Collapse is what the careless always do, where difference bends but does not break the whole, and loyalty is stitched from many soul. The group can stand through hardship, grief, and storm. A shared intent becomes the binding form, but where the parts divide and factions rise, then trust dissolves beneath the widening lies. Each deal becomes a wager doomed to fail, and every gain is traded on betrayal. No pact can last where hearts refuse the tie, and all collapse begins with you and I. In dense ascent, the threads are held with care, each system tuned to breathe the same shared air. Where foresight rules and feedback loops are kind, the weight of growth does not outpace the mind. But scale without design is cancer's song. A single fault cascades the whole along. What once was strength becomes a brittle shell, and all the parts collapse before they tell. No vastness stands if smallness is ignored. The fractal breaks where chaos goes unmoored, where questions guide and evidence is king, and every claim must face its reckoning. Then learning builds a scaffold wide and sure, a truth that other minds may still endure. But bend the facts to suit a fleeting gain, and lies will rule in science's own name. With every proof corrupted into spin, the lights go out and falsehood rushes in. No future rests on stories that can't hold. The past repeats where truth is bought and sold. When crossing paths with care and trust in tow, and difference met with patience, not with woe, then trade becomes a pact that multiplies, a harmony that neither side denies. But rush the gate and see the other's face as tool, as threat, or merely second place, then every step becomes a tightening snare, and welcome turns to warfare unaware. No contact saves where conquest is the aim. The door swings wide, then slams with ash and flame. Where strength is yoked to wisdom, scaled to grace, and speed is matched by safeguards set in place, then transformation lifts, not just consumes, and wonder spreads, not accidents and fumes, but drive the gears without the fail-safe planned, and tools become the tyrants of the land. The poor are crushed, the world is pushed to heat, and progress turns to echoing defeat. No engine runs without a hand to guide, and all empires fall when power goes wide. Where minds can share and still retain their core, and data flows through verified rapport, then insight spreads and all can build anew, a web of meaning held by threads of true, but flood the net with signals none can trace, and choice dissolves in context out of place. Consent becomes a mask for unknown crimes, and trust is lost in undisputed times. No system lives where meaning is betrayed, and every map misleads when truth is frayed. Where every gain remembers where it grew, and wealth returns to water, wind and dew, then progress walks the soil without a scar, and life endures where futures truly are. But treat the world as canvas to erase, then every garden dies to feed your pace. The oceans rise, the air forgets to breathe, and ruin reaps what roots can no longer sheathe. No mind survives that burns its home to dust. The stars will turn from those who breach the trust. Where systems link and speak a single voice, and every region joins a common choice, then promises can stretch through time and space, a planet whole, a partner in the race. But let the parts resist the greater good, and treaties fall like splinters in the wood. No long-term goal can pass the vetoed gate, and all momentum dies beneath debate. No world can join what it cannot align, and every future breaks at its fault line. Where freedom walks beside collective aim, and no one mind is swallowed in the flame, then difference hums in deep harmonic streams, and unity transcends the need for seams. but crush the self to serve the public will, or guard the self and let the commons spill. Then neither we nor I can hold the form, and all devolves to chaos or to swarm. No cosmos lifts what tears itself apart. Alignment dies where wholeness lacks the heart. So know this truth engraved across the black: the stars do not forgive what we turn back. No spark endures that flares against its frame. No world survives that cannot name its name. To stray from balance is to court the end, for all descent begins with just one bend. The cosmos turns, and we must choose the thread, or walk the path where futures go unfed. No brilliance, strength, or speed alone can save. Only alignment holds the void at bay.